What's up, everybody? Boy, what a fucking WrestleMania that was. Okay, before I get on with this is a polite request from Macho Tang 25. Congratulations, dude, there's your shout out. And by the way, if this show becomes famous one day, you'll be known as the first ever person to have a shout out, so congratulations. But anyway, on with the review. He did a polite request for me to review WrestleMania 17. Thank you for sending that in. And I watched this pay-per-view yesterday, and guys, it's just like going back into the good old days, where you was really proud to be a wrestling fan, when wrestling was your passion, it was your proud hobby, it was the times when it was really great to be a WWE fan. WrestleMania 17, like I say, I got done watching it Sunday and it was like going back in time and reliving the awesome days. I've got WrestleMania 17 right here in this WrestleMania anthology, and this contains all the WrestleManias from 1996 to 2001. And like I say, I had the double disc of WrestleMania 17 in with this set. Like I say, watched it all the way through, and like I say, it was truly amazing. And really thank you for requesting me to go back in time and relive in the good old days. Like I say, I watched it all the way through and it was a true fucking honour. What a WrestleMania that was. Some people say it's possibly the best WrestleMania of all time, and I'd find that hard to argue with. It could be the best, I don't know. I mean, there's some great WrestleManias, but this WrestleMania 17 is a fucking all-time classic. It took place in the Reliant Astrodome in Houston, Texas. The attendance for this night in this arena was 67,925 fans. Wow. In the first match, Chris Jericho defeated William Regal. He retained the Intercontinental title. Okay, this was a great opener match for WrestleMania. I like William Regal and I like Chris Jericho, and it was a good little Intercontinental title match to kick off the show. William Regal's chest was all red in this match, There's one thing you can always say about William Regal, he's always got wounds to show off every time he wrestles. He took some heavy hits in this match. Again, for an opener for WrestleMania, this was something really good. And it was for the Intercontinental title as well. Chris Jericho walked in as Intercontinental Champion and he walked out as Intercontinental Champion. If William Regal would have won the Intercontinental title, I would have been fine with that, But I like both guys equally. And to see both guys that I like so much squaring off in the, as a kickoff show for this WrestleMania was great. And the match itself was really good, so got no complaints at all. Really enjoyed this little opener for the Intercontinental title. Chris Jericho won. In the second match, Taz and the APA defeated Right to Censor. And this was like a very short match. It was only on for like just 4 minutes. Again, it was great to see Taz and the APA. Right to Censor, how can we forget that fucking team with that alarm going off? Warning, warning, it had to be one of the most fucking annoying entrance themes in the history of wrestling. But, like I say, for a 4-minute match, I expected this to go on a little longer, but, again, it was one of those squash matches, but even when you saw a squash match at WrestleMania back then, it was like, still an honour to see these great legends, even if it was a squash match, Taz and the APA, Taz, the human suplex machine as they call him, and the APA, no doubt one of the best tag teams of all time, Bradshaw and Farouk. To see them just square off in this little 4-minute squash match was fine to see. Like I say, it wasn't the best match on the card, but still it was great to see, these legends, compete in a WrestleMania match, I suppose. It was a 4-minute match, nothing special, but the next match really lived up to the hype. We had Kane defeat Raven and the Big Show in a Hardcore Championship match, and this was fucking awesome. Raven walked in as the Hardcore Champion, but this match was really fun to watch. That was what's so great about those days. The Hardcore matches were brutal, but yet really fun to watch at the same time. In this match, we had a scene where Kane threw Raven through some glass. We had Kane and Big Show throwing themselves through a fucking wall. There was a cage area where they hit themselves with all kinds of weapons, and Again, this match was really hard hitting. I mean, when you look back, some people say these matches were really silly, but it was the whole nature of the hardcore championship matches, where falls counted anywhere, the title could change hands at any time, and I was happy Kane won, because back then Kane was in his prime. He was the big red machine, with the mask and the fiery vest and all that. He cool ring attire. I mean, my favourite Kane's retro Kane, but this version of Kane I really liked. He was like in his prime, and it was nice to see Kane walk out with the Hardcore Championship. I mean, the ending was fucking good. I mean, Big Show had Raven up in the air. Kane delivers the big boot. Big Show and Raven fall through the fucking stage. And Kane does this big leg drop at the end and pins the Big Show to walk out with the Hardcore Championship. But this was really fun to watch. I mean, it's like that scene, where Kane got into the golf cart, and the referee was in the back of the golf cart holding the Hardcore title. And so this match brought a bit of humour. I mean, you got to laugh just seeing Kane drive this golf cart. It looked as though he ran over Raven. I mean, Raven seemed like he hurt his leg when Kane rammed into him with the golf cart. But again, this match was like really fun to watch for a Hardcore Championship match. It was hard hitting, it was brutal. There were some savage moments. I mean, Raven going through the window had to be the savage moment. But silly but fun, But that was the nature of those matches back then. But again, it was a nice little match, very fun to watch. With all the hardcore, it was funny and brutal at the same time. Kane walked out with the Hardcore Championship, and I was really satisfied with that. I mean, he was the guy who I wanted to win when I watched this match live, and even today, you're like cheering on your favourites, like, come on, Kane, But Kane back then was in my top favourite 10 wrestlers, so I'm happy that he, walked out with the Hardcore Championship. The fourth match, Eddie Guerrero defeated Test, new European Championship. Eddie Guerrero was a heel here, and he uses the belt, hit Test over the head. He also had help from Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn. Again, this was like to piss the fans off because Eddie Guerrero was like a big heel at this time. He was feuding with Test, weeks prior to this for the European Championship. And the match itself was good. Eddie Guerrero did a really good job of being a good heel, in my opinion. He really did a good job of trying to make people really fucking hate him, and for him to walk out with the European Championship at WrestleMania, that was just to piss the fans off more, because Test was a popular face here and he held the belt, and when he lost it, it no doubt pissed the fans off. And like I say, Eddie Guerrero resold, when he cheated to win the belt as well. So good little match for the European Championship. Next match, Kurt Angle defeated Chris Benoit in a very great technical match. I mean, two of the best technical wrestlers in WWE at the time, Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle, fighting off in a very technical match. I mean, so far through the night, we've seen some good tag team matches, and we've seen a silly, funny, brutal, hardcore championship match. But if you're a wrestling fan who likes to see technical wrestling, this was the match for them for the night. I mean, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, two of the toughest, most talented technical wrestlers in the history of WWE, going at it at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle was the heel in this match. He cheated to beat Chris Benoit by pulling on his tights, but this match had loads of great technical wrestling. And there was a part when Kurt Angle threw Benoit into the steel steps. This match was very hard hitting but very technical. Loads of impressive mat wrestling. Where they're like doing all sorts of wrestling maneuvers on the mat. Headlocks, submission holds. Again, some really great technical wrestling from both wrestlers, and Kurt Angle got the victory. But like I say, no complaints at all in this match. It was a great technical match to see, and like I say, they put extra effort in considering it was a WrestleMania. So a great technical match at WrestleMania, and this was like a 15-minute long match, and it was a great match to see. For 15 minutes. Okay. In the next match, Chyna defeated Ivory for the new Women's Championship, and this match was like under 3 minutes, and to tell you the truth, I would have liked to have seen this match last a little longer. I mean, Chyna did her entrance, she came out with like that bazooka gun, made a little bit of an entrance. I'm happy Chyna won, a very worthy competitor, no doubt one of the toughest women to ever exist in WWE. You know, we're talking about somebody who competed in the 1999 Royal Rumble, wrestling the guys. You know, putting the fear of God into like all the guys' souls when she wrestled them. But she defeated Ivory in under 3 minutes. I mean, personally, this is only one of the matches I had a little bit of a problem with. I mean, for a women's championship match, I kind of expected this match to last a little longer. Because like I say, I like Ivory and I like China. You know, but for a women's championship match, I would have expected this to go on a little bit longer. But no complaints. It wasn't an awful match. I just wish it would have gone on for a little bit longer because this was like under 3 minutes. You know, and so far I'm satisfied with everything on this card. You know, love the opener for the Intercontinental Championship. The Taz and the APA match for Gets Right to Censor was under 4 minutes, but it was still nice to see because they were legends. I mean, Kane and Raven, like I say, great triple threat hardcore championship match. Fun, silly and brutal at the same time. We've got the Eddie Guerrero defeating test for the European Championship, which was to piss people off. We had the Kurt Angle and the Chris Benoit, great technical match. But then we come to this match where it was a championship match, but it was under 3 minutes. And I don't know if this was to kill WrestleMania time or why they did this. But again, happy China got the victory for the Women's Championship. She deserves it. But for a Women's Championship, I kind of wanted it to go on a little longer, you know, because I love seeing China wrestle. And to see her compete in a little bit of a longer match, I would have been satisfied. But I'm not pissing on it, I'm not shitting on it, not spitting on it. It was good. Now, this match really lived up to the hype. Shane McMahon defeated Vince McMahon in a street fight with Mick Foley as a referee, and this was a brilliant match. Father and son going at it in a street fight, and Shane McMahon was really beating the fuck out of Vince McMahon in this match. And I love the involvements in this match. I mean, we had Stephanie McMahon, Trish Stratus. We had Linda McMahon coming out of a trance out the chair and giving Vince McMahon the low blow by kicking him in the balls and helping Shane McMahon win. But again, this match was so fun to watch with the outside interference, the brawling between Trish and Stephanie. You know, Linda McMahon helping Shane McMahon win. You know, there was a time where fucking Stephanie McMahon gave Mick Foley a hard slap to the face. You know, it was entertaining as always to see Mick Foley as the referee in this match. But again, this was like a really great street fight between Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon. You know, they went through the crowd. You know, there was loads of hard hitting with weapons. It was like a really good hardcore match. But Shane McMahon was really beating the fuck out of his dad in this match. And again, it was funny to see it at the same time. But again, this was one of the main events. You know, this was during the storyline where Shane McMahon had just brought out WCW, you know, to piss his dad off. And this was during the time when Stephanie McMahon was like being a real bitch, you know, like a real daddy's girl. You know, Linda McMahon was like in the wheelchair, but she comes out of it and helps Shane McMahon win, you know. But very entertaining match. Very entertaining match. Okay. And would the next match be the match of the night? TLC match for the Tag Team Championships. Edge and Christian defeated the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys. What a fucking match this was. Talk about a WrestleMania match. And it was for the Tag Team Championships as well. I mean, all three teams did a fantastic job in this match. Possibly the best TLC match of all time. Taking place at WrestleMania 17. I mean, there's been a history of great TLC matches. And this was for the Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. And you had the best teams competing in this match. The Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys. The three teams that made this match really famous. And if there's one match that really made this match famous, it was tonight at WrestleMania 17. Fucking hell, incredible match. And we had the interference by Rhino. I thought the Hardy Boys were going to win this match. But like I say, Jeff Hardy did a swanton bomb off the ladder. You know, threw his opponent through the fucking tables. There was a scene where Rhino pushed the ladder, and I believe it was Bubba Ray Dudley and Matt Hardy. I could be wrong, I can't quite remember, but they went through these stack of tables. I mean, there was ladders all over the place in this fucking match. There was a WrestleMania moment where Jeff Hardy received a spear from Edge while he was hanging from the belts from the ceiling, and I still replay that to this very day every time WrestleMania comes on, or any pay-per-view for that matter. I mean, like I say, Jeff Hardy's hanging from the ceiling from the belts, and Edge jumps from the ladder, gives Jeff Hardy a spear, and he falls to his back. What a WrestleMania moment, and it was incredible. I mean, they still replay that to this very fucking day, you know, where he's taking this fucking spear from the ceiling all the way down to the mat, and the match itself was just so fucking incredible. I mean, minute after minute, it was entertaining, it was breathtaking, shocking. It just made your jaw drop every time, especially from Jeff Hardy when he was doing these crazy manoeuvres. I mean, there's a time where he's like crossing these ladders. He botched a little bit because the ladder wobbled and he fell off the ladder. But still, professionally, he carried on the match by climbing up the ladder and pulling off that WrestleMania moment where he took that spear. Like I say, Edge and Christian won this match, but what a fucking TLC match. What a fucking effort between all three teams. Amazing match. As if WrestleMania wasn't great already. You know, with the Triple Threat Hardcore Championship and the Street Fight. Here we get a TLC match for the Tag Team Championships. And amazing. Absolutely, truly amazing. 10 out of 10 that match. Was it the match of the night? Quite possibly. You know, if people wanted to argue with me saying this was the match of the night, I'd find it fucking hard to disagree with them. The ninth match, a gimmick battle royal. A group of old men competing in a battle royal. And like I say, this wasn't a hard-hitting match. It wasn't anything like that. I mean, this match was only 3 minutes long. In fact, the entrances took longer than the fucking match. But I don't know what to say about this match. It was great seeing all these legends. I mean, many people would say this was a silly match. But I, for one, I'm going to point out one thing. The Iron Sheik won this match. He eliminated Hillbilly Jim at the end of the match. Now, how ironic is it that the Iron Sheik, we lost him last week. He passed away in his sleep at the age of 81. And here I am reviewing WrestleMania, where the Iron Sheik had his very last official match. How ironic is that? We lost him last week, yet here I am watching his final match at WrestleMania 17, where he won a gimmick battle royal. You know, how ironic is that? So, just re-watching this match and watching a legend like the Iron Sheik win his last match, I'm really glad that I reviewed this pay-per-view. You know what I mean? I mean, this gimmick battle royal had all sorts of legends. I mean, it had Doink the Clown, the Gobbledygooker, the Bushwhackers, Brother Love, Jim Cornette, and, you know, there was a few people who I didn't know who were in this match. But like I said, the entrance took longer than the match. And like I say, it wasn't like a classic battle royal. You know, like I said, this match was only 3 minutes long. Half of the people who got eliminated hardly got hit or anything done to them, you know what I mean? But like I say, they were all men, you know, just having a bit of WrestleMania fun. I mean, that's all it was. It was just legends having a little bit of WrestleMania fun, you know, reliving a WrestleMania moment. I mean, many would call this match silly but fun, but I, for one, am glad that I watched this battle royal. I mean, I'm not going to take the mick out of it. It was great seeing legends and just seeing the Iron Sheik win after when we lost him last week. You know, it kind of meant something, you know what I mean? But next match, Undertaker defeated Triple H 9-0 at WrestleMania. Great match, you know. There was, during this match, they wrestled through the crowd. You know, Undertaker got busted open in this match. Referees got knocked down. You know, I mean, Triple H has fought Undertaker 3 times at WrestleMania. I mean, it was at WrestleMania 17. There was another match they had, and they had a Cell match where it was like the end of an era match. This match is my favourite between Triple H and The Undertaker. You know what I mean? And again, this was an incredible match. I mean, so many reversals, so many false finishes. And it was one of the WrestleManias that defined The Undertaker's undefeated streak. Like I say, he's 9-0 at this WrestleMania. And this was a great match. You know, it seemed like every main event had put the heart and soul into this WrestleMania. And I think they pulled them off really well. I mean, this was a WrestleMania match, Undertaker's undefeated streak on the line, and it was a great match, you know. I mean, my favourite match, Undertaker match, was when he fought Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25. But again, this was a really great match. Like I say, he was in the Attitude Era, and Undertaker's now 9-0 at WrestleMania. I mean, he beat Triple H with the last ride, because he was in the corner, you know. Triple H was like delivering the blows to the Undertaker. Undertaker picks him up for the last ride, drives him into the mat, pins him and gets the victory. Again, great match. And in the main event, my man, Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated The Rock in a no disqualification match for the WWF title. And history was made. What a way to end fucking WrestleMania with Stone Cold Steve Austin turning heel. You know, Austin sold his soul to the devil, drank a beer with Vince McMahon, joined forces with Vince McMahon, leaving the fans shocked, asking, why? Why did Stone Cold Steve Austin turn fucking heel? And again, what a match for the WWF Championship. It was a bloody match. There was blood. There was bodies going through announce tables. There was weapons involved. You know, classic main event. I mean, is it any wonder why guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock are pure legends when they put on a great main event like that for the WWF title at WrestleMania? And again, so many great WrestleMania moments. Not only did they have a great WrestleMania match, but they created a WrestleMania moment where Stone Cold Steve Austin turned heel, selling his soul to the devil to Vince McMahon. And again, great match, no complaints. I mean, so many historic moments. I suppose the two highlights of this WrestleMania was, of course, Austin turning heel and Jeff Hardy receiving the spear from the TLC match. Again, what an epic WrestleMania. Not once did I get bored, not once did I take a piss break. WrestleMania 17, awesome pay-per-view, and I want to thank that guy again for requesting this. I mean, please follow his channel, give him a subscription, become his friend, do what you're going to do. But that's WrestleMania 17. No doubt, possibly one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. Like I say, I've got no problems with this. I just wish the China and Ivory match would have just been a little bit longer. But at the same time, I've got no fucking complaints. I mean, it was even fun watching the gimmick battle royal. You know, all these old men fucking just trying to have fun at WrestleMania, reliving the good times, you know what I mean? But every match on this card seemed like a fucking classic. I mean, even the third match, the Hardcore Championship, was just fun to watch. But then later on in the night, we get an awesome TLC match. We get the undefeated streak, Undertaker and Triple H, and then we get a no disqualification main event match for the WWF title. Fucking epic. They gave us everything at this WrestleMania. Definitely, possibly one of the best WrestleManias of all time, you know. And like I say, I'll watch this on Sunday, you know, on my day off from work. Really great to relive the great times. It reminds me again why I loved wrestling. You know what I mean? So thanks for sending that request in. I really enjoyed watching WrestleMania again, and I really enjoyed doing this review, everybody. I mean, like I say, if you've got any requests of pay-per-views that you want me to review, please leave them in the comment section below. You know, and hopefully if you get plenty of thumbs up or it's a good request, you'll get it reviewed. But I'm Anti-Cynical here, everybody. Thanks for watching this. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and we'll see where we go from here. Peace out, everybody. Have a nice day. WrestleMania 17, fucking fantastic. Peace out.